Hey everybody, hope you're all having a good day. No matter where is back, so that's good for news and go from there. First off, we have to do Tactician. I know it says Mark, I'm just going to call him Tactician. Do skill, inflicts Isolation, Guard, and Conquering +2 on foes when free which comes under them. Isolation means they cannot be targeted or use an assist skill for this action, so basically you can't heal and whatnot. Or like singing dance and whatnot. Guards inflicts Conquering -1 on that unit per attack during combat. For their next action, has applies to the stack. Then we have Total War Tome. Excels for trigger commands 1. At start turn, attack speed defense rates -5. Sabotage and stall is inflicted on the closest foe of them and the foes within 3 space of those foes' turns action. Stall is if they have the 1 extra space. From 1 extra space, it changes to a restrict movement 2-1. And sabotage inflicts attack speed defense rates penalty equal to the has penalty in each stats between them and allies in 2 pieces of them for this action. Those stats calculate independently. Then if as our combat, if HP is 20% or above, attack speed defense rates -5 on foe, and they are guaranteed to make a pop attack. Also, if a stat penalty is active on the foe within 2 spaces of them, of the target, no such effects inflicts Conquering X on them during combat. Then we have Iceberg, boosts stats by 50% of the resistance. Remove Mirror. After dangerous combat, attack +7, rest +10, and foe's first attack is reduced by 30%. That's all during combat. First attack means first strike, yada yada yada. Sabotage, attack rest free. At start turn, if any foe has less resistance than them, and they are adjacent to another foe, and fix attack rest -6 on that foe for this action. Then start combat if they outrest the foe, and fix attack rest -X on them during combat. And the axe is free, plus the has penalty on each stat between the target and foes in 2 spaces of the target. And the 2 stats calculate independently. And finally, counter control free. If foes within 4 reach of them triggers Kanto, inflicts counter control on that foe. Counter control basically means if foe's range is 1, it's just 1 movement. But if this range is 2, it just ends their action immediately. Essentially. So counter will trigger, but then just doesn't work, and action ends. Then we have Allywood. He's the Tempest Trial unit, by the way, so I'll just not talk about his thing. I'll just show us brief details. Tempest Trial is, I think, as of recording, is going to be live for 2 more days. So today and tomorrow, and then that's it. So Fiery War Sword. And then we have Luna. Speed, Defense, Clash. Speed, Defense, Neotrans free. And Inborn Idealism. And this is obviously the exclusive for him. I'm also double checking stuff in here while. Alright, then we go to Young Hector, Valiant War Axe. Excels with Trigger Criminals 1, as our counter if HP is 25% or above. Inflicts attack defense -6 on foe, then Conquering -1 on foe per attack during combat. Has 5 splash on the stack. And reduce damage from attacks during combat by 30%. This excludes artifact specials. And also, if he's in free space of an ally, a penalty is inflicted on foe's attack equal to 12 minus foe's max current value times 2. The minimum 4. If foe does not have special skill, then the axe is always 4. Then it's always going to be 4 side. Armor Beacon boosts times by 47 defense if foe changes 2, and his special for foe special is ready or triggers during force combat. Foe's next attack is reduced by 40% once per combat and excludes artifact specials. Also, Heart. He can counterattack rush foe's range, and if he needs to combat, or foe's CP is 70% or above start combat, attack defense -8 on the foe during combat, and also if he deals damage to the foe during combat, 7 HP is restored to him. Even though damage is dealt, that still happens. Vengeful Fighter 4. If pitch speed is 20% or above on foe initiative combat, attack minus 4 on the foe during combat, he's guaranteed to follow attack, foe can make one, and grants Kun plus 1 on him per attack during combat. Highest 5 splice to the stack, of course. And then defense raise fire save 4. If foe uses bow, dagger, magic, or staff, initiates combat against an ally with 2 spaces, trigger savior, and if savior triggered, defense raise was 4. Savior means he fights instead of that ally. Standard movement terminals apply. Any post-battle movements do not occur. And if multiple allies have sort of the similar sort of conditions, will trigger. So, for example, if he has fire save and someone says magic save, and they're using a stat and using a tome, it won't work. Basically, no will trigger. Then Rebecca, who's the 4-star, Gusty Warbow, excels with trigger one, affected beast and flying. Then the start turn, if she's in free space with an ally, and her critical gun is the maximum value, grants critical minus 1 to herself. And if she's in free space with an ally, attack speed defense plus 5 to her. Foes attack first attack is just by X during combat. If it's a beast, cavalier, or flying foe, it's with range of 2. Sorry, if it's a beast foe, or a cavalier or flying ally with range of 2, the X is 60, otherwise the X is 30. And also, if her special is ready or changed before during this combat, deals plus 7 damage during combat, excluding her specials. Moonbow is when charged, treats full stuff as sunrise as it is reduced by 30% during combat. Attack speed finish free. If she's increased with an ally, attack speed plus 6 during combat. And also, if her special is ready or changed during before this combat, deals plus 5 damage during combat, except damage from very effect specials. No follow-up. Neutral effects guarantees full auto attack and prevents hers. And yeah, that's about it. It's one of those. Yep. That's about it. Rebecca's also your 4-star, by the way. So best looking summons, just pick who you want, I guess. I am missing. I'm gonna go for Rebecca. And also I can go for Julian if I tried. Iwood was Tempest Trial. I pulled Hector when this banner just came out, so I'm just going for Rebecca. Probably gonna miss her though. That is Bria Flynn. That is a bow unit from that game, but not the one I want. Speed down, rest up. Sure. Alright, that's about it. Best looking summons. I'll see you next time.